Hi guys, I'm having you guys watch this video before class so that you have a better idea of how to work with annuities, the new type of problem that we're going to be working with. So to review, we've gone over simple interest. The simple interest, here's our formula for the future value here. This is where we only make, we only pay interest or make interest off of the original investment. Okay, then we've got compound interest. This is when the interest is compounded n times throughout the year, so it's a little more complicated. And then we have continuously compounding accounts, and in this case, if we compound continuously, we use this formula, our P times E raised to the RT. All right, so what we're going to be doing now is annuity investments. This is the new stuff. This is a little different because you imagine you're going to put your money in an annuity account and you'll make a regular contribution instead of only making just one deposit. So for example, maybe you want to deposit $100 a month. So then you're continuing to increase your value in your account, and then you'll make interest off the total value. So it's a little different, and there's a little bit more complicated formula for that one. So here's a formula for the future value of an annuity. So I just laid out some numbers here that we'll sub in, and you can kind of get the idea of how to use your calculator to do this. So let's say that my principal, my P is 200, and that means I'm going to be giving $200 every time I make an investment. Okay, and then let's say it's being compounded 12 times a year monthly. So then my N is going to be equal to 12, all right? And let's say I'm going to give that $200 once a month, all right? And then my interest rate is going to be 7.5%, so my R is 0.075, and I'm going to keep that money in this account for 40 years, so my T will be equal to 40. All right, so let's plug these numbers in, and let's see what this starts to look like. So I've got my A equals P is 200. And I've got brackets, big brackets, and parentheses. So we've got 1 plus my R is 0.075 divided by my N, which is 12. This is in parentheses. Raise this to the N times T, so that's going to be my 12 times my T is 40. All right, and then after you do this, subtract 1. There's the big brackets. So you're going to do inside the brackets first, or inside the parentheses first, then outside of the parentheses, and then the final thing you will multiply by 200, and then you'll divide the whole thing by R divided by N. So my R divided by N is 0.075 over my N is 12. All right, first thing I'm going to do, kind of like last time, I'm going to deal with this exponent. I'm going to do the innermost parentheses first, but I also have to get that exponent simplified. So 12 times 40, I get 480. That's the first thing I'm going to do. Then I've got my 1 plus 0.075 over 12, subtract 1, multiply all that by 200, then divide by your 0.075 over 12. Okay. Now the magic starts with the calculator. So first thing I'm going to do is do this 0.075 divided by 12. I get this value. Keep that in your calculator. Do not round it. Say plus 1 because I'm doing my parentheses. Innermost parentheses first. Okay, now I've got this value. Take that value, raise it to the 480 power. So I hit my caret 480. All right, now I've got this long value. Do not round that. And I just did this. So now I'm subtracting 1. So work your way out of the parentheses. Now I've got this value here. Multiply that by 200. Do not round. So multiply 200. All right, now I've got this value here. Again, do not round. I'm going to take this whole value. So I've just done the whole numerator. Divide it, so I've got answer divided by, now I've got this 0.075 divided by 12. Put that in parentheses. So parentheses, 0.075 Oh, I did that wrong. 0.075 divided by 12, end parentheses. All right, so now that whole value, not rounded, is going to be divided by 0.075 divided by 12. My final answer, now is the time to round in the end. So I'm going to get A equals, I get 604,764. And now I'm going to round because this is money. Round this to the nearest hundredth, so 43. All right. And that is the final answer on this. So after 40 years with 7.5% interest rate in this annuity and putting $200 in a month, now I've got $604,764. Pretty cool. So we will talk more about this in class, but I want you to review it before class so that it's not so foreign when you see it, and you're a little bit more familiar with it. All right. So thanks, guys. Talk to you in class.